to start a search. A couple points I do want to make about the AQUAEYE is the first thing is this is primarily, firstly, a tool for unwitnessed search. You can absolutely use this as an unwitnessed search, unwitnessed search. Did I say that? You can use this for a witness search, but let's use that. It's again just another tool in the toolbox. I really hate that saying. I don't know why. I think that's the third time I've said it, but it's just another tool. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is the latest update added this gyroscope, and it's confused a few people since we've got it. So when we originally got these things, they told us to let it float and just take it underwater, and that's how we know if it's level or not. Well, what that does is it centers that beam. It's an 18-foot cone that centers that beam at 11 meters down. So we're missing the zone of our dive almost in its entirety. So what you actually have to do, the magic number on this gyroscope is 3 meters. What that does is it centers that cone 9 feet up and 9 feet down. So 3 meters is that magic number. What I like to do is kneel down where I can lock my elbow and submerge this about 4 to 6 inches. All right. So on an unwitnessed search, I'm gonna start my scan. Depending on what range it's in, it's gonna take 30 to 60 seconds. They know that this is unwitnessed, so they're already prepared. They're staying to my right. Awesome. I got a hit. I'm gonna let my 2 divers know it's about 15 meters on this line. If I have someone extra, Aaron, do you mind? Okay, cool. Both arms. Yeah. So if I have someone extra, I'm gonna have them behind me providing that line. They're doing a face down until they can't see anymore. Every time he pops up, he's on this line. And then once he can't see to the bottom, he's gonna start his duck dives. He's gonna pop up, one down, he's back on the line. Once I get to a point where they are about 15 meters, I'm gonna start my secondary, my confirmation scan. He's gonna stay on that point. If I get good confirmation, awesome. If they're off that line, I'm gonna move them where I need to move them. Cool. You can use someone, if you don't have an extra person, stick a pike pole behind that person or stick a cone behind that person. Do whatever you need to do to create that line so they have that plane to search on. Awesome. Anybody have any questions on that trajectory search? When we were in class, we almost had to not use the trajectory search because they kept hitting on the dummy, sending 2 divers out every single time and finding our dude, you know what I mean? So it's definitely been shown successful, at least in our classes. Oh, fail. So, Kyle, do you mind coming over here? Sure. So we're going to talk about the toe real quick. It's fairly self-explanatory, but if I find somebody and I pop up, I got somebody! I'm going to inflate my vest, and then my dudes are going to grab me like a tugboat, and paddle me to shore. Everybody else is going to be stripping their fins so that I can pass him off to the dudes that have stripped their fins, and they can deposit him to definitive care, which is our ambulance waiting on scene. Does that make sense to everybody? So a couple of the things that I've seen with this tow is those guys that aren't a part of the tow, so the rescue or the two tugboats, everybody needs to rush to shore, strip their fins. Does that make sense? So we're still seeing people like lagging behind. They're kind of doing like this. So get to shore and be ready to receive that victim. Cool? Awesome. Does anybody have any questions? No? Awesome. Today I want you to pull your